This is Salamancer. You are watching SalTV, and I'm bringing you some competitive midget TF2 action with our wonderful friend Rar, Sifrar, something like that. But this is the team Superior DM, and you do see the colon DM in front of their names in the blue, versus Victory and Failure in the red. And we're pretty much getting out to the mid-fight on Snakewater already. I don't know a lot about these teams other than that they do play in OzFortress. This is an Australian game. Or at least mostly Australian. You know, sometimes they have some Kiwis in their games too, but usually you can tell by the pings. Like maybe Nibbles might be a Kiwi, or maybe he's just playing from like a wrong side of Australia. Who knows? And yes, there is a wrong side of Australia. Don't go to that side. Don't do it. It's just, that's what they all say. Anyway, DM losing only one player right now. Both the scouts are down, and you do see what that causes is kind of everybody to stack up. Sorry about that. Terrible camera work. You do see everybody kind of stacks up over here on the red team when they've lost their scouts. Everybody kind of sticks close to each other. They just lost a lot of players, including their med, but they did get a lot of kills on the Superior DM team, and so you see DM backing up here, trying to preserve their med, and they do have to pop the Uber. Good force there by Random from Victory and Failure. So now, of course, we're going to see the Uber maybe trying to push a little bit forward, and they're like, oh, we want to take the point back, but that's a bad idea. So they're just going to have to deal with the fact that Ubers are even and that they have lost that point. Nice kills by Sifrar here, though. He did take down that scout, trying to overextend a little bit, and now he's going to have to... Wow, he actually finished off Te as well. Isn't there a shirt that says that on it? I think you can get it from, like, questionable content. Just Te on the shirt. I kind of want that. But, you know, I'm actually getting some swag when I go down to Dallas. And speaking of lands, by the way, I'm going to be in Dallas, so if anybody's there, I'm thinking maybe I'll just set up, like, a dinner or a meetup event or something, and anybody who's going to be nearby can come hang out, and we'll try to get some of the competitive players there as well. Who knows? See what I can do. But if you are in Dallas, you definitely need to come to the ESEA LAN. But more importantly, I-46, we are sending 2 American teams over there to stomp all over the Europeans and show them who's boss at this game. So we need a little bit of your help there. I will... Oh, look, somebody is talking over me. But yeah, we will need your help, so I will put the chip-in link, the donation link, into the video description, so you can, you know, whatever you can donate to get those 2 teams over there. We are going to have a tournament. We don't know which teams it's going to be yet. We're going to have a tournament to decide that, but we do have Victory and Failure pushing in right now, and it was a pretty good Uber on their part. They took down both of the soldiers. Now the Uber is just finishing up for Superior DM, and Victory and Failure looks like they should be able to take down the med, taking down almost everybody. In fact, Personal, though, is doing a pretty good job of dodging, but Tay finally takes him out. And that's going to be Victory and Failure, capping that second point very effectively. Now, ooh, Fleet with a couple of good pills. We missed him, but Tez coming in for the back cap, but nobody is here to stop him right now. So he's going to take a rocket, but, oh, no, not dodging the rockets well enough. What are you doing, man? That could have been the round, and instead, Superior DM going to get the point. Random trying to lay some stickies down just to deal some damage to the advancing blue team. But I'm going to be at I-46 as well, so that I'm looking forward to. Going to have some awesome LAN action, and what is Random doing? Oh, he's trying to... Oh, wrong time to build the Uber there, Random. So he goes down. Now, they did keep their medic alive. That is the Kyranator. Kyra? Who's the Kyranator? I have no idea. They did keep their medic alive, so just a tiny bit of an Uber advantage for our red team. Victory in Failure. And they're going to use that to push forward, actually. This is a good choice by them. I like seeing it. And some good spam coming in to the blue team. Not hitting the med too hard yet. Actually, there is a sniper up right now. We're going to watch that cam for a little bit. This is an interesting location to have a sniper. Usually you would not have one trying to guard the second point. But it could work out for him. Oh, no. Getting overextended. He's going to take a bunch of spam trying to get through this doorway. Or not. Maybe those rockets just won't hit properly. And Aswan Jaguar wants to get the heads shot. But he can't do it. Just going to body shot that demo man, kind of poke him in the stomach. There you go. Did finally get the kill, but look at that. 3 players down for Superior DM right now. Fleet retreating. They have lost their med. It is just Fleet and Roxo left to defend the second, or the last point. I'm sorry. Now the second point has not been captured yet, but you know it will be soon as Red Chapel is pushing into last. And where is the med? And why aren't they capping? And they're like, oh yeah, we need to do that. So I guess let's cap the second point. And there they go. And incoming scout trying to take down this med. He's doing a pretty good job of dealing some damage. The Kyranator down to 45 health. No Uber to pop to save himself at the moment. And here comes a soldier trying to take him down. He's not dead yet. How is that even possible? Finally gets taken out there, but Victory and Failure do get 2 kills as a result. Cheesy on the sniper right now, and even the demo man trying to tell him, hey, good job. I like that snipe. Go for the demo man here as well. Fleet is taken out by some rockets from Florida, which is very close to Florida, but not quite the same, so hopefully that was intentional. I don't even know whether he was talking about the United States. Should that be like the singular? If you're talking about a state in the United States, just the United State of Florida? Doesn't make any sense, does it? I apologize. Victory and Failure do lose their sniper, and so they are going to be hanging out back here for a little while, waiting until their Uber at least is built up, and they're probably going to be waiting for a pick as well. Snakewater is one of those tough last points to push. You gotta cross a very wide open space to get into the enemy, and there aren't too many options to attack, really. So your opponents will be able to see you and spam you out as soon as you pick one option and start pushing through. You pretty much have to pop that Uber as soon as you get through the gate, and that's why they usually wait for a pick. So they did take out Nibbles, who... Nibbles. Oh, I'm thinking of Nibbler. Sorry, I was thinking maybe I could make a Futurama joke, but yeah, I probably still can. But no, they take out Nibbles. He did just respawn, though, and so it's going to be 6 on 6 here. This Uber probably not going to work all that well, as Red Chapel is already down. That's 1 soldier gone and a lot of DPS off the field. You do see the Force just now out of Superior DM, and this is why this last point is so hard to push. You see how it took so long for Victory and Failure to find and force the Uber out of Superior DM's medic. Oh, and a good little rocket hit there on Te. He's in some trouble and does get taken down by the rocket from Sif. So this guy has been going on a rampage against scouts all game. Apparently he's got it out for scouts, which I gotta tell you, as a medic, I do too. But oh, incoming, nice bomb by the soldier. But once again, Florida down, this time around by Fleet. So an entire fleet was required to destroy Florida. Only in TF2 will you ever hear that one. And a bunch of players getting knocked out here, but Victory and Failure with only the 2 scouts left alive. As one Jaguar actually going to be pushing the heavy forward, and let's find one of those scouts. Te is hanging out on this middle point, going for the shots here against his opposing scout, and a 1v1 scout battle is not something you want to be doing as Te if your opponent has an overheal. But the overheal is now gone. He's grabbed a health kit, so he was at least in a decent position to try and hold his own there for a little while. He did not get the kill, so he's going to be backing away to the health kit over here. Meanwhile, the rest of his team is pushing forward into a heavy... Oh, the Carinator is so screwed right now. Somehow, they did not focus the medic down, despite the fact that he took 100 damage from 1 rocket. Just a couple of shots from that minigun would have taken him out, but I think the heavy was too interested in killing like the demo man or something. And that means that Victory and Failure will have a big Uber advantage that they really shouldn't have. Providence, Divine Providence, handed them this Uber advantage. Now we'll see if they can use it. But the Carinator is backing away with the scout at the moment. He needs to find his pocket soldier, and where is that guy right now? Random is actually... Oh, whoa. Random, why are you over here? That's so random! Anyway, he is behind the enemy team. Just looking for the best way to kill this med. He did get a big amount of damage done, and even more, 9 health left on the medic. Oh, he's going for the hits, but now the med has grabbed that health kit, and Random taken down. Oh, it's too bad. So we're going to watch the Sif Roar cam again, because that's always a good cam to watch, in my opinion. He should be pretty solid. They are going to back up just a little bit here. Oh, Uber actually popped. They didn't have to pop that, I don't think. They could have gotten the medic out, but oh well. Red med down right away. Victory and Failure losing that medic so fast. And so even though his head was full of eyeballs, his body is full of buckshot and rockets, and so he is dead at the moment. Sif are already pushing forward to the 3rd point, and he's really not going to have a heck of a lot to deal with except for Demo Man, which he really... He knows better than I do, but I think he probably could have gone in and tried to kill the demo. Instead, he is coming back to deal with a scout. I don't know. I mean, his med's down, so clearly he does want to come back and take out the scout who got him, but the rest of his team should have been able to deal with that. There were like 3 guys there. So I think 1v1 in that situation, the soldier here probably could have gotten the kill on the demo man. Anyway, we are going to see Sifar waiting around for his med, I think. Who is the roaming soldier here? I don't even know. And yes, I do see the chat. And yes, it's cute. Yeah, okay, so it does look like Sif is actually playing as the pocket. So he is going to have to stay back with the med, build that Uber up for a little while. Meanwhile, the Kyrinator does have a 100% Uber, so we are going to see if As1 Jaguar, master of the off class in this game, can come up and get the headshot on him to take him down before he pops that Uber. Or at least take down some of his support so that the Uber is less useful. And no, he certainly cannot. Uber not popped yet, though, so this medic has brass balls. He does finally pop the Uber at 21 health. So here's the thing. When this Uber is over, that med is probably still going to have very low health. He will think about grabbing his health kit here. That's what he probably should do, because right now he is still at like 70 health. Scout coming in on him right now could take him down, and he probably will. Oh, he's so close right now. The pistol is out, but no, the Scout is going to have to retreat, and the Kyrinator was down so low there. Fleet still going for the hits, and finally Roxo gets back in behind him with a reloaded scattergun, takes him down. So you see, there was a health kit like right there. He could have been back up to full health. Don't know why he didn't go for it. But now Victory and Failure attempting to defend the point that they just captured after losing their med. They do have Te on the spy, and it looks like he wants to go in for a spy cap maybe? He's disguised a moment. He's going to get spotted here. Well, you know what? No, he's actually he's in a pretty good position right now. And so, okay, so he's thinking about, I don't even know. He can't get a spy cap right now because people are watching him, but he can get the stab on the med. And he totally missed it. So now the med's going to come after him with the Uber Saw, immediately getting 25% Uber off of that. That's one thing, is that if a spy, and I'm sure if you've played spy in pubs or you've played against spy in pubs, whatever, if a spy fails a stab and the medic spots him, it's basically free Uber charge most of the time, unless the medic just charges straight down and holds the W key down and he gets a Matador stab. But here in competitive TF2, very rarely will a spy be able to do that, because these players are all experienced at moving and making sure they don't get face stabbed too much. So yeah, free Uber for personal. I'm sure he's really happy about that, because if he hadn't had that 25%, it might have been a little bit more dicey here on defense. But no, they should be able to defend this just fine. They want to keep Roxo alive. He is down to like 20 health there. But that Uber is going to come in, I think, from Victory and Failure fairly soon. It's just their players are hurt right now, and so if they were to try to push in, not only would they have the disadvantage of... Oh, come on, Heavy. That is so loud! Disadvantage of pushing in through these little choke points and trying to cross a lot of ground, and that's what they're doing. And look at this, they still haven't gotten on the medic, they still have not forced a pop. Finally, Personal Joke does pop the Uber, but look at that, Victory and Failure retreating, the only person left alive at the medic, and we're probably going to see Jaguar maybe take him down. Oh, you can even hear a Kyrinator. I think you could hear him anyway, maybe not. No, the Scouts are going to be trying to cap. Meanwhile, Red Chapel does catch up with his med, trying to keep him alive here. Should be just fine. And Roxo taken down on the Heavy. That is the problem, of course, playing the Heavy, is that once those stickies land on your feet and you're already spun up, it's like, well, I guess I'm going to take that damage. No real way to dodge it. And so Victory in Failure back to the middle point again after another failed push onto their opponent's last. So it's good defense out of Superior DM here. Oops, that was my caps lock key, not the tab key. Still 17 minutes left to go. It is 0-0 though, so this has been a nice long round of Snakewater, which does tend to happen a lot. Even in the invite levels, the Premier, whatever, the Div 1, you will see a lot of long rounds on Snakewater. Unless the teams are just very unevenly matched, or unless it's a special occasion, like there have been a couple of games I've cast where that each round is like really super short. But usually they're long, because usually it takes forever for a team to push into last. Now this will probably be a successful push here though. 100% Uber, all 6 players up for Victory and Failure after a very failed defense on point B by Superior DM. There goes Uber just now. May want to flash it to the Scout here, as this Scout probably doesn't want to die. There you go, does temporarily flash to the Scout just to keep him alive, and some good damage coming down on the blue team, but they're not able to get the kills yet. Victory and Failure, I mean, if you only bring in a Scout and a Demo into the last point with the rest of your team still not spawned, here's what happens. Oh man, VIF, they just lined up and practically walked in one at a time. That's, for all intents and purposes, it was like 2 separate 6v3 battles there. Superior DM got to fight a Medic Demo Scout, and then they got to fight a Scout Soldier, instead of fighting all 6 at once. So that is why they held that one off. Victory and Failure was maybe a little bit too overly aggressive, not realizing that the local number situation didn't really favor them all that well, and they just didn't have the damage output to get anybody killed. So Med now down for well for Superior DM once again. It seems like he is dying a heck of a lot, and that's really putting a damper on his team's ability to push forward too. You see Superior DM probably not going to cap this middle point. Now Sifrar is going to go in after the med, probably going to get the... Oh wow, I'm kind of surprised he killed that soldier. Did a lot of damage to both of those guys. So, you know what, never mind. I guess they will probably cap the middle point here, unless, you know, some freak of nature occurs. Nice little, I don't think he intended for that to happen, but Fleet landed on that, what do you call it, that little wooden walkway there after getting hit by an enemy sticky, and that just completely won the battle for him. His opponent had no idea where he was going. But now, of course, Superior DM backing up, trying to deal with his scout, who is just... I don't even know what to say. What do you say about this? He is just jumping around all over the place, though, dodging like a madman. And the very fact that he was able to do that means his team is right back into position on that middle point, despite the fact that there were a couple players from blue sitting on middle who could have tried to cap. They went back, tried to defend their med, tried to kill this scout who was pressuring second. I don't think they needed that many players back there. So, crazy. Oh, crazy scout coming in, though. Cheesy does take down Nibbles, and meanwhile, Red Chapel gets a nice little shot off on Aswin Jaguar. So the Superior DM team, once again, unable to get anywhere close to the middle point. It's just, it's been back and forth on this second point, really, as Victory and Failure keeps capturing it pretty effectively. Usually they make a pretty good cap attempt, and oh, look at this. Actually, blue team popping that Uber first. Now, if the red team can hold on to their Uber instead of oh. Ooh. Welp. They dropped it. I was gonna say that if they held on to the Uber instead of popping it, and they managed to still cap second, which was looking, you know, decently feasible, then they could have actually pushed in last with 100% Uber advantage, and instead they dropped the Uber. That's too bad. But you know, it's not the end of the world, as it is still 5v3 here with, what? Huh? Okay, so Ted just, like, walked side by side with Personal Joke, the medic. He just walked right next to him, and didn't shoot at him. That is true friendship right there, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful thing. It brings a tear to my eye. It really does. Aswin Jaguar on the sniper again. And he is going to be defending from pretty far back here. It's a decent defensive move to put that sniper out there. It just means anybody trying to push in has a huge risk of immediate death. Or at least massive body shots. But pretty much immediate death. Oh, and somehow Cheesy is... We need to watch the Cheesy cam more often, because that guy is... He's like a Visa card. He's just everywhere you want to be. Oh, he's down right now. Okay, when he respawns, we're going to see what his movement's like, because how did he get there? I don't know. Do you know? We'll find out. Uber coming in from the Kirinator. They do finally force a pop out of the blue team, and we'll see how this plays out after the Ubers are over, but right now Sifra are probably going to, get the Uber flash. Very nice. Very nice. And Scouts, I think, are sneaking in behind right now for the red team. So they are already in there. Red Chapel maybe want to get a kill on the med here, but there's actually a back cap going on. This is perfect for Superior DM. They cap the middle point, and now Victory and Failure kind of scrambling to get back over there. They want their med to help them out, but, oh, this is going to be so bad for them. Their med and their soldier here maybe caught at a position. Meanwhile, the blue team getting a little sandwich here, but it's really the medic and the soldier who are playing distraction and kind of running interference for the back cappers, who are the scouts. Both scouts getting these back caps. They're going all the way to last. They have to deal with a heavy, but I think they'll be able to do this. They take him down, and that's... Oh, there's a scout coming back to defend it. Can they get this back cap? I think they will. Superior DM just back cap their way through 3 points to a victory. So I was talking about how Ninja Cheesy was looking, and it turns out his opponents were just as bad, just as awesome ninjas. That was pretty darn crazy. But we do need to watch Cheesy Cam. I do want to see that. Not just because I enjoy my macaroni and cheese, but because I have been unable to figure out how this guy keeps getting med picks when, like, he shouldn't be. And he's not even going to take shots. He's just like, yeah, whatever, I'm just going to walk behind you guys. Now that I'm behind you, let me take a shot at your medic. Personal Joke down low on health at the moment. The Kirinator, meanwhile, is feeling pretty solid. And sometimes that, that little metagame aspect comes in where, Personal Joke for a while would have been feeling fairly vulnerable, so he wouldn't have wanted to peek out too much, while the Kirinator can just kind of hang out, and he's like, yeah, I can take a shot or two, doesn't matter. So, anyway, of course, both teams are fully able to push onto this point now. They both have the Uber. Victory and Failure with local numbers, I think they've got a disadvantage. They do pop the Uber right away, and Kieran going to link up with his soldier. Red Chapel taking the Uber right now. They do force the Uber out of Personal Joke, and now the Kieran could be in a little bit of trouble, but no, his scouts are in to kind of keep the flanks alive. Nibbles and Fleet now down, and so is their med. Personal Joke is gone. And Superior DM losing far too many players, so once again, the middle fight here is eventually going to go to Victory and Failure. Roxo taken out. And we're going to stay on the cheesy cam. We've got to see what this guy does and how he does it. And he right now looks like he does want to take the... okay, so he's going to take what's called... Well, I've heard people actually call that... Okay. I have actually heard people call that route he just took the cheesy route. And I don't think they named it after him, but it's funny that he is named that, and he's... Yeah, okay. Alright. Anyway, he does get taken out there. That's too bad. Scott finished him off, but that is how he has been getting in behind the entire time, probably, is people just aren't watching that route enough. And, of course, people in my stream chat, as I am reading right now, are putting everything upside down, which is just awesome, because, of course, if you are from Australia and you decide to watch my streams, it always helps when people can rotate their text and make it just a little bit easier for you guys to read. Although, of course, you probably have to stand on your head to watch the games anyway, so then it would look upside down for you if they... I don't know. Okay. Are we done making land down under jokes yet? No, never. We are never done with that. Anyway, Superior DM losing all their players. Totally missed that because I was too busy thinking about how awesome it is to make fun of Australia. But Australia's a cool place. I really do want to go there sometime. There, New Zealand I would love to hit up as well. That was that... Okay, well anyway, somebody jumping in at the medic here eventually, but it is a 100% Uber advantage for Victory and Failure. They're trying to get here. Really, they just need to lay down some sticks on the point. And they do take on a bunch of players, but they lose their med. Victory and Failure actually failing to secure victory at the moment. So maybe that's actually a victory for them. I don't know. But Random gets taken out there, so no more Demo Man, no more Medic at the moment either. Superior DM should be able to get in and cap the second. They've got to be a little careful about that back cap going on. But nice shots there by Nibbles, dealing some damage. I think to that retreating soldier. Maybe. I don't know. Soldier is coming in on the med, though, and my god, these meds are dying. They are dying like fruit flies. Fruit flies die a lot, in case you didn't know. They don't have very long lifespans. Yeah. So, I mean, if you've worked, you know, in a bio lab or something, you probably knew that. Congratulations. You got the joke. It was a terrible joke. Victory and Failure, though, trying their best to defend this second point with the few players they have alive. Just that Nibbles is going to come in, and wow, he actually, I think, finished off that soldier who was attempting to rocket jump just at the same time as he got a rocket to the face. So that's going to hurt. It's going to hurt double. But Superior DM with the high ground advantage right now, and it does look like maybe their Superior DM is actually going to win them a midpoint. I do like watching these soldiers, by the way. They have some excellent prediction against the movement of those scouts, and now Aswin and Jaguar are going to be hopping up temporarily to the high ground just to try and hold that off. Sifrar taken out, though. Oh, a nice little meat shot to finish off Cheesy. But as we are trading players here, the trade is actually going to mostly, or should favor Superior DM. So far it is not, though. Not quite able to clean up, and now Victory and Failure. The red team pushing right back in to the point that is rightfully theirs. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, my stream chat just came up with a better joke than I did for the how long the medics are living. It's like these medics are dropping more than Sal's Ubers. I hate every last one of you. Oh, a nice little body block here by Red Chapel, so he actually has kept Personal Joke in that little area, and of course gets revenge on him, but that was a really beautiful move by him. Now they've got to keep their med alive. Never mind, med's gonna die. So these meds are just, I guess they're being a little bit too aggressive, maybe overextending along with their soldiers who aren't really keeping them that protected. We do have a soldier with the equalizer out. Red Chapel in some trouble. Superior DM trying to recapture their second point. Te is not in position to back cap, so we are going to see... Oh, we're going to see Cheesy actually hanging out in his forward spawn here. This is the spawn that you get when you hold that second point. I don't think there's any reason for him to be in here, unless somebody decides to walk in through this kitchen. Why is it called a kitchen, you ask? Because there is a stove. So he does walk out of the spawn there. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be that much of a useful thing. Try and ambush. An incoming soldier against the red medic, as well as a scout. Cheesy's going to try and chase him down. Finishes him off in the air there in his own kitchen. Plus he wants to try and take down that demo man, but Fleet will have none of it. Which is a territory in Canada, but also is what he is not having. He's going to have none of it. Personal Joke was thinking about going for an Ubersaw there. He does have to keep himself alive here, which is a difficult thing to do against, you know, bombing in scouts and soldiers and all that. But there you go. He does manage to stay hidden behind the rest of his team. The Kyrinator does have 100% Uber. May have to pop this just to defend the point. But the thing is, Personal Joke can try and milk this a little bit, and he is doing exactly that. Now, the rest of his team is surrounding the Reds, and pretty much the Kyrinator should die to this. There he goes. Swan diving into the ground, face first. Which is just not what you want to do. Now, Random has a nice little high ground advantage, but that's going to be taken away from him by a soldier. Backs him into the corner, shoots him down. And where is that spy? Cheesy is going to be he's either going to be the savior of his team, or this is just going to be ridiculous. And actually, the rest of his team getting some pretty good damage down, good kills. Cheesy's in trouble, but you know, does it matter? Maybe, I don't know. Crit Creek out for the Kyrinator, so yeah, that was some silly play. And the Kyrinator's down, so we're not going to see that crits anytime soon. Meanwhile, Personal Joke on the regular Uber. So we'll see if Kyrinator decides to keep that crits when he respawns. It could have been spotted, so it might not be a great idea, but he might. And Cheesy, is he going to stay on Spy and try again? I think he is. Well, Cheesy, where you at? He is. And he's a scout just saw you. Literally just saw you through that doorway. So Cheesy, your cheesy play right now probably not going to work. No. Although he's got a nice little cloak wrap back here, he may have to decloak for a little while. Soldier not paying any attention to him, so he will get that stab at least. It's not too bad. It's going to blunt the attack here from the superior DM team, and now, oh, still a crits Krieg, and now that Fleet is dead, I think that Victory and Failure should push this. They've got a nice little advantage. They do, however, force an Uber out of Personal Joke. And so they're going to lose a couple players to this, actually, which you do see most of them scattered. Where's the Kyrinator? Kyrinator, where you at? Because he is very close to his crits Krieg right now. But he's the only player left alive on his team. He's going to have to come back here to the spawn that his players should spawn in. There you go. A couple of them ready to go now. Scout and Soldier coming to help out. He really wants Random to respawn so he can put the crits Krieg on that guy. But right now he may end up having to pop it on the Soldier or just drop it. Oh yeah, he is going to pop it on the Soldier right now. Oh, immediately taking down the Demo Man, but he's the only kill he got. Personal Joke still alive with 150 health. Sifrar trying to take down the Soldier, and Red Chapel does die after getting the one kill with that crit rocket. With Victory and Failure still looking like they're having some difficulty here. How much time is left? Only 2 minutes. Can the VIF team cap a point here? No, if they cannot capture a point, then this game is going to be 1-0 in the favor of Superior DM. And you know what? That's all they need to win the map. Of course, they do play 30 minutes in OzFortress. Just 30 minutes. And Roxo, big meat shot to that scout from behind, but doesn't actually manage to connect and finish the kill. And that is actually a pretty big deal here, as Victory and Failure could move forward on the scout pick. 2 scout picks now. They've got to move this forward immediately. Where is their med at the moment? I don't know. He's still on the crits. Oh, he's going to take too much damage, though. Sifrar jumps in, spots him out, and once again, that corner, just the death of the VIF team. Although Personal Joke is down, Victory and Failure need to cap this. They need to cap it fast, and they need to continue the push. If they can't, it's over. But look at that, killing a bunch of players, so it just might not be over. Might not at all. And you know, Random is going to immediately start moving forward with those sticky jumps. And you look at the Superior DM team, they're still losing players. They do take down Cheesy, which is a pretty good kill. Do want to take those scouts down. But we are going to have... Oh, what are you doing, Random? Just walking straight into a scout there, and Nibbles is going to be ready to defend last. How much time is left on the clock? 30 seconds. Victory and failure not yet capping that second point. They don't really have enough players to do it anymore. Fleet could even start laying some sticks down just to try and do some damage. The soldiers jumping in all over the place, and really there's not enough players left alive for VIF to do this. They're losing everyone. It's just Cheesy, and he just respawned. I think it's going to be game, ladies and gents, to Superior DM. And a good game it was. So I do thank you guys for watching. Hit subscribe to youtube.com/fatmop. Please do it, because I know you like competitive TF2. I like competitive TF2. I like it almost as much as it sounded like that scout did. Where is he? Where is he? I heard you. There you go. He's enjoying competitive TF2. So if you enjoy it as much as he does, and you think your friends might too, why heck, tell them to subscribe to youtube.com/fatmop. And of course, I also live stream these to twitch.tv/fatmop. That's just where I am. And by the way, yeah, do help us out for I-46 as well. Even if you can just spare like $1, just $1. Every little bit helps get us closer to the goal of sending American teams to stomp all over that Euro trash over there in England. So, guys, that's coming up. Do it.